Hello and welcome back to the channel. I am the Maize Madman. Before we get started, make sure you hit the like button, share this with your friends on social media, and subscribe if you haven't already. Today, we are talking about the additions that Michigan made in the transfer portal yesterday. I'm feeling better than I was yesterday. All that, and of course,
I'm upset. No disrespect, respectfully, but disrespectfully, it's disrespect. Disrespectful. Those vile, disgusting Spartans. Poor little bro, man. And I'ma tell him why I'm mad. That vile, disgusting cesspool in Columbus. The other state. And of course, as always, I'm upset.
Have you ever asked yourself, why am I paying so much for cell phone service? I'm sure you have. I know I have. And I have a solution for you in the form of Mint Mobile. Use the description in the video here. Check out Mint Mobile's plans. You can get unlimited service for as low as $15 a month. That is not a gimmick. Trust me. Stay in. First things first, let me address, I know I went a bit nuclear yesterday, but it had to be said. I felt like it needed to be said. Michigan's NIL needs to get in gear, but I'll save that for another day because today we are celebrating. Michigan picked up two wide receivers. At least one of them we know as a wide receiver will be coming on as a wide receiver. The other, the thinking is he will be coming on as a wide receiver. Both of them committed to the Wolverines yesterday in the transfer portal. Round of applause for that. Rick, what we got to say?
I'm the best there is. Woo! Woo! Woo!
Wide receiver is an area that we know the Wolverines needed some help in. They lost in the transfer portal after the season. Darius Clemens, Roman Wilson, and Cornelius Johnson moved on. Both of them were drafted in last week's NFL draft. And then Carmelo English jumped in the transfer portal the spring portal. So it was a little light at wide receiver. Samaj Morgan still there, of course. You still have Tyler Morris. So there are still guys there, right? But having the requisite depth is needed, and Michigan was able to do that with the transfer from Youngstown State, CJ Charleston. He's a 6', 190 pounder. Last season caught 33 passes for 500 plus yards and 4 touchdowns. He will help Michigan in terms of the depth. Again, like I said, he has experience, of course, which is always a positive. He's not exactly, somebody that most people are going to be super excited about. But again, in terms of depth and in terms of his experience, he could be a great addition to that wide receiver room. He came on redshirted his freshman year at Youngstown State, but still caught 5 passes for 105 yards. The COVID year obviously was the COVID year. We're not going to hold that against anyone. And then 2021 had 15 catches for 144 yards. And last year, like I said, 33 for 500 plus. So he comes to the Wolverines to help with the depth and to compete. Maybe for a slot position or the wide position. Who knows what can happen there. But that isn't the one that we're most excited about. Yesterday, I questioned this man's whereabouts. If you remember in my video yesterday, I said, where's Amorion Walker? Well, he popped up in A2 and committed to the Wolverines. Rick, how excited are we for that?
Woo! I'm the best there is. Woo! 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 Woo!
This is obviously a big one. Amorion Walker is a phenomenal athlete. Like, that cannot be expressed enough. 6'3", 180 pounds. Of course, after the season, he jumped in the transfer portal and committed to Ole Miss. But before playing a snap at Ole Miss, he came back to the Wolverines in this spring transfer portal, and he is expected to compete for that X wide receiver position. Last season, we know he made the switch from offense to defense. It really didn't work out as the coaches thought it would. They were trying to take advantage, of course, of that athleticism that I spoke to. And when I talk about his athleticism, a 6.1 or 6.2 in the shuttle is insane. And that would have been the fastest time ever in the NFL at the NFL combine for a shuttle time. And he did that last season before the season. So super excited to have Walker back in the fold, and hopefully he competes, like I said, for that X position. He certainly is fast enough to take the top off the defense. He's big enough, strong enough, athletic enough to high point the football and to get physical with, corners and safeties and anybody else in that defensive secondary. So this is a huge, huge win for Michigan in terms of getting somebody not only with experience of the program, but with this sort of elite athleticism. We cannot, speak enough about just how elite this guy is in terms of being an athlete. So big win for Michigan there. Let's talk about it in the comment section. Who do you think these guys come in and compete right off the bat? Like I said, I think Amorion Walker is a no-brainer. He certainly will. Do you like the pickups? Let's talk about it in the comment section.
Ladies and gentlemen, this might be our best season ever. My ratings, they're about to go through the roof.
All right, now I'm gonna calm down. Son. I just don't get that all that Maize and that lock and all that puff. I just don't get it, son, for real.
Just calm
And how the